Hello, and welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook. I am back. I'm out of the grave. My beard looks horrible. You can see over my shoulder, I have a, what are those called? Like a fucking, it's RoboCop, the scene from RoboCop, but me as a janitor cleaning it up. Anyways, let's get into the tunes. What we are listening to is the Massacred. This is a tape compilation of sort that collects some demo songs, some EP songs, some demo songs for another EP, and some songs from that EP, with a little explanation of what's on here. This is Boston hardcore, UK 82-ish, rip raging fucking punk dudes. It's on Active 8, and the EP actually did come out. It is available. It just came out a couple weeks ago. Don't worry, guys. I grabbed a couple of these for a couple of friends. They will be shipped soon-ish. I just need to get mailers. That's my thing. I'm just lazy, but you'll get them. But check this shit out. That's cool as hell. Black vinyl. The thing I love too is they did this. A little scoop. I love that. That's hang homage right there. That's the Massacre. This is the Postmortem EP. The cassette is called Schizophrenic Insanity. It's 9 songs. This thing took forever to come out, but great band. Check them out, the Massacre. And there's the tape again. So let's get into records. Semi-accidentally, I think I picked a bunch of stuff that's new. 2022 new. I mean, it's 2023. We're like halfway through the month, but so this is like a collection update of new stuff. A rough records of the year, which I just never did. Anyways, first we have, and you guys probably seen a bunch of these on a bunch of lists, but I'm late and lazy. We have the Savage Heads, Service to Your Country LP. Some more Boston hardcore punk for the hardcore punks on Social Napalm. I believe there's no real quote-unquote special version of this. I believe they're all on black vinyl. If you guys remember, these were super delayed because the labels bubbled off the first pressing, and they had to get them all repressed, and it took forever to come out. Comes a cool little book here, a little booklet. There's the lyrics in here. Ooh. I don't do any editing, so I'm sure you guys have already tuned out. My lighting is fucking horrible too. I gotta shoot videos when it's light out. This room doesn't have good lighting. But yeah, Social Napalm are a local label. And I was fucking waiting for this thing to come out. This band fucking rules. So if you like 80s hardcore, kind of similar to Massacre, which I'm talking about, like with the UK 82 tinge, super stripped down. There's no chuggy breakdowns or anything on this. It doesn't have to be. It's just punk, just angry fucking punk, dude. Because I'm an angry punk rocker. A lot of this, you'll see a lot of this update is going to be stuff of this nature, because this is what I butter my bread with, quote unquote. And also, do you guys do this too? I save the notes. Eric, who runs the label, I've known for a while. I've been buying records from him and seeing him at gigs probably since 20 years, 20 plus years, who knows. But anyways, that's Savage Heads, Service to Your Country. Yeah, that's cool too.
Very, very good.
Live band. Oh, they do a show here where they play with Destruct, and I missed it. Anyways, next we have the newest Mindforce records, New Lords, on Triple B Records. I don't know what the pressing info is on this, but I like snapped one up early, so I got like this weird clear green, blue, orange splatter dealy. And again, I love how Triple B has just been sticking with the same center labels for everything. For those of you who haven't heard Mindforce yet, which I believe a lot of people have, I mean, who hasn't? But this is a hardcore from the Hudson Valley, New York. Very riffy, very breakdowny, very gang vocally, very awesome. This record is just ridiculous with the breakdowns and the mosh parts, but it's not like the chuggy tough guy mosh parts. It's like just insane, like just crowd go nuts, stage dive, sing along mosh parts. This is a giant poster. This is my first time pulling it out, and I'm gonna do it on screen in the video here. Giant Mindforce New Lords poster. But yeah, I really dug this record. The only complaint I have about it is that, and this is just me being a dork, there seems to be like a weird, I'm not sure what song it was, but there's one song that you can tell was definitely recorded either before or after the rest of the record was. The vocals are kind of, it's just recorded differently. The vocals mixed differently in it. I could look probably on here and find that out, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that for you. But yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 songs of just sing along, moshy hardcore. This band is huge right now. Great live band if you guys get a chance to see them. There's a weird dent here too if you guys see that. Is this like a 1 of 1? It's like a weird defect over the label. Yeah, but this shit fucking rules. This band rules. I can't wait to see what else they've done. I think this band too, for you guys that might be a little bit more metal tinged, like Leeway is a really, really, really easy comparison to make with these guys. Like, I would say Leeway, but don't sell yourself on it. If you like Leeway, you'll like them, but don't be like, oh, I don't like Leeway, I don't like them, even if that makes any fucking sense. But this is Mindforce, New Lords. Look at that cover art. It sounds nothing like the cover art. I know that people get confused about that, my more metal-leaning friends. But yeah, it's on Triple B. I got the CD too, which came in like the worst digipack ever, which like bummed me out. I hate that. Pay attention to the compact disc collectors, man. They're the next vinyl guys. Like I can see cars driving by too while I'm talking to you. I live on a busy street. Next we have Long Knife, Curb Stomp Earth. This came out from Blackwater and Beach Impediment. This is the cool, like I ordered it early version. All it is it has a screen printed little, it's a little screen printed job that wraps around the actual record, the actual cover art, which is sick too. And then, or is it just a poster? Oh, cool, yeah, it's a poster that's kind of done up like a movie poster. But these guys come from Portland, Oregon. And similar to, like I mentioned with Mindforce and Leeway, some people will give this band a Poison Idea comparison, which I think is accurate, but it's not Poison Idea tinge. This is some of the most nihilistic hardcore punk you've ever heard in your life. I actually saw them a few weeks ago. They played the same night as Merciful Fate here in Boston, and I'm a real punk, so I went and saw them instead of that Merciful Fate show. My buddy Jay went with me. He was bummed because he actually spent a shitload of money for Merciful Fate tickets, but I talked him into going to this one with me. It's kind of be sicker. Record comes in one of these sleeves here with the lyrics on there. Did I get cool color vinyl? Let's see. Ooh, I did. But yeah, this band has put out a bunch of stuff. I don't know how many LPs. I know they have a bunch of EPs out, and a bunch of other stuff of that nature that I all grabbed. This is and everything they put out, they've honestly just gotten better. Got the sticker here. Cool. Yeah, everything they've put out has gotten better. It's just nihilistic, straightforward, stripped down, raw, hardcore punk. Super nihilistic, super hateful. Hate themselves and hate you too. This shit just fucking rules. And this record made a lot of top 10s and it deserves it. But that's Long Knife with Curb Stomp Earth. Any other cool things in there? Any cool facts? I said nihilistic and awesome. Are my notes here. I keep really short kind of crib notes just so I don't sound like a complete idiot, and somehow it doesn't work. I still sound dumb. Now we are going to move far away from your first 3 releases you saw. And this is going to be a point where people are going to check out. You might want to just fast forward this part, because this is an old record that I love from 1997. And it is a ska punk record. This is the repress of the Mad Caddies quality softcore that Fat Records did right before Christmas. My wife was nice enough to grab this for me for Christmas. I fucking love this record. It is the most ska punk to ever be ska punk, and super sophomoric lyrics, but it fucking rules. I Saw these guys at a Warped Tour, I believe, 1997. If this came out in 97, it had to be 97, summer 97. And they played a little side stage at the time, which was actually a trailer that they could like open up into a stage. I also saw, who else did I see on that little shitty stage with the lyrics here? I had a shirt with that as a left chest on it, the left chest print. I believe it had another record. It might have had that on the back. But for these like Fat Records is repressing a lot of old records, and they emboss the band's name on it just to kind of make it stand out as a repress. It's the 25th anniversary of Fat Records repress. But yeah, this is just ska, like this is mid-90s ska punk. If you don't like it, you'll fucking hate this, because it's every bit of it. A little more jazzy sounding. It's not as, you know, pick it up as that stuff was. It has the Fat Records labels. This is also on a weird color, purple. But yeah, I saw these guys in 1997, and it fucking, I was just like super into ska at the time, and I'd never heard them before, but I think the band that played before mentioned like that they were playing next. Like, oh, there's a ska band playing next, making fun of it, and I was like, oh, I actually want to see it, so I kind of hid in the corner and waited for them, and they were great live. They put out a bunch of releases of Fat Records. They've toured, they still exist. But this record for me is just a time and a place. And when I saw I was getting repressed, I got fucking super stoked. And I was probably the only one. I don't give a shit. I still love this shit. Lyrics are literally written by like a 15-year-old 1997 though. Even though they weren't 15, I believe they were older than that. But yeah, Dumb Ska Warped Tour I wrote. Something else I want to say about this band. Oh yeah, so they played on this side stage, which was like, this had to be 97 because this came out in 90, this was already out. Summer 97-ish. And it was weird because that was the year I think like Kid Rock played and Eminem and Black Eyed Peas were on the Warped Tour. And the Warped Tour 2 for me was like a 2-hour drive out to Western Mass. My dad actually rented a car and drove my brothers and us out there so we could see it. And so it's a little weird side stage, just like, you could tell it was like a bed of a truck and they like opened it up. These guys played, the US Bombs played, and Dwayne Peters got fucking super drunk, was pouring beer all over himself, and moms were freaking out. MXPX played on that stage. It was like a weird, like these bands were popular, but by the end of that year, they were super popular in that scene, like, you know, the weird like Fat Records Epitaph scene, but they weren't there to play the main stage yet, which was like, you know, the Descendants, and I think Bouncing Souls played the main stage. I'm listing all bands that everyone hates. Anyways, who cares? Bad Caddies, quality softcore. If you like ska, if you like sophomore lyrics, if you like a trumpet with a thing on the end of it, you would love this. Hey, my wife going upstairs, she's like stomping. Next, we're gonna get back to shit that's cool, and probably a majority of the people watching this is eyes. We have Syndrome 81 with Prisons Imaginaires. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I barely speak English, and so I cannot speak any other language with any sort of regularity or understanding. This came out this past year. This is Oi, melodic Oi, I guess. Almost like second LP era Blitz in parts of this. First LP era Blitz as well. They're from France. This is on Blackwater Records, another Blackwater release. When this came out, it was like, whoa, it was on everywhere. I don't have the first LP. I had a chance to buy it, and Keith, who actually plays in Restraining Order, grabbed it. I saw it in a distro at a show, at the Youth of Today show a month ago, and I was like, I'm gonna come back because I don't want to carry it around. And I went back to get it. Keith, I don't know if he's watching this, snapped it up, and I was like, hey man, since it's you, I won't get bummed out. But I grabbed the second one. They have some 7 inches and stuff out too. I'm gonna have to grab them. But this is a standard press. There's nothing special about it. No, there's nothing cool in here. Paid 15 beans from No Norms, which is a distro around here, which I'll link below. So you can go buy shit from them. I believe you might still have these. They get you song titles back, all sung in French. I don't know what they're saying. Still rules though. And there's also popular picture inserts. So you got the band, you got all the information on here, and you got lyrics all in French. Black vinyl, red center labels. But yeah, this shit fucking rules. If you dig Blitz or Warrior and that weird, a lot of Oi bands started kind of, when they were coming out of the 80s or into the late 80s, they kind of started experimenting with synths and stuff of that nature. That's on here too, but it's not overdone. And And that cover art does not. It's again similar to the Mindforce record. Cover art doesn't really match what you hear on here, but it fucking rules. That's Syndrome 81. This fucking rules, dude. Activate Records, man. I'll link them below too. Buy this. Buy everything. But while we're in the weird, like, you know, I mentioned synths with Syndrome 81. We're gonna go full blown. A band that uses keyboards. And there's another band that on this list that's probably the outlier. Everything else is gonna fall into place. This would be the New Vision Video LP, Haunted Hours. Vision Video are from Atlanta, Georgia. They are a super goth band. I'm gonna say super goth. Yeah, I hate doing these comparisons because they sound so lazy, but I would say like 2022 Cure is the best way to describe them. They throw a cover in the middle, which kind of I hate covers in the middle, but I'm not blaming them. This is self-released too, and they've sold a lot of copies of this. They toured here back in July. They played at the Middle East upstairs, and I went to it, and it was funny because I felt like I was a guy, like a dad who brought his son to the show, like, oh, you know, or my kids or whatever. You know, I brought my kids to the goth show, and I'm standing in the back, but I was really here to see these guys because they fucking rule. The singer, Dusty, I believe his name is, has a little bit of an internet persona. He does like the goth dad thing on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. But this band is really, really great, especially if you're into like 80s new wavy sad boy. I believe they refer to themselves as dance music for the end times. But you got red vinyl. I don't know what the pressing is. I ordered this directly from them, pre-ordered it. It took a while to come. They kind of got jammed up in the with the whole record shit taking forever shit. But yeah, the cover on here is Transmission by Joy Division. It's kind of right on the end of the A side. But that's Vision Video. Haunted Hours. This band is great. Definitely check them out. They have another LP that came out before this. This is all self-released DIY. You know, no labels are touching them, or when they're doing tours, and they're just it's cool shit. They have music videos they make. They do their own music videos. I really just kind of got on board with this band. That's Vision Video. All right, here we go. I think this might be the end. I think we're going to end the tape, and we're just going to have to, you're not going to hear any tunes. You're just going to have to deal with my melodious, nice Massachusetts voice, accent shit. I know you already see what this is. I'm just pulling all this shit out. All right, here we go. Next we have Foreseen with Untamed Force. If you guys watch Heavy Metallurgy, Marty hates this. I think it looks cool as fuck, man. It looks cool as shit. This came on Quality Control, Hardcore. It's a Quality Control Headquarters. I always fuck that up, man. They're from Helsinki. This is like crossover thrash with hardcore leanings. It's like a newspaper insert. Got the insert here. It's like newspaper. Got a little graph there for you graph heads. Got some sick live shots and lyrics on the other side. This band is great. Straight crossover, heavy hitting. I was like unplugged for a bit. I don't know if I was just being lazy, which is 100% possible. I didn't even know this was coming until right before it came out. I ordered it. Did I order a cool version? I should have looked this all up so I could be like, these are numbered to 100. Got that cool gold. It's like a marble. Gold marble. But yeah, this shit fucking rips, man. And I was gonna throw this in there too. So I ordered this from. I must have ordered it from Sorry State. That's how plugged in I am. Because I know Sorry State handles a lot of quality control, like U.S. pre-orders and stuff. Because they're from England. So I got a cool Sorry State sticker in here. I keep all this shit in my records. I probably shouldn't. Here's a cool Sorry State. Actually, no, it's all Paranoid. The band Paranoid. A little CD sampler. There's 20 songs on there. The first 10 years, 2012 to 2022, Sorry State. This is cool. So I was actually I think I actually almost bought this. But yeah, it's kind of like a discography of sorts for Sorry State Records, for Paranoid. I just noticed I was in there. That's cool. Thanks Sorry State. And I believe this is a... Did I actually... Did I pay for that? I don't know. I might have. Money! There's a cool newspaper print ad for the Paranoid discography. Shiz. That's already out now because I believe the date was in October. Is it October? Yeah, October 12th. Hey guys, it is February. So this band's great too, but they're not. Let's get back to the fourth scene. Yeah, crazy crossover hardcore. This band, I saw them when they played Boston years ago. I don't even know. I want 2017 maybe. I don't know if you guys were at the show. It was Middle East Upstairs. I remember that. I think I still was drinking the firewater at the time too. So, and they were great. And the thing about them that was cool was like the show had like skinhead bands playing and like straightforward like stripped down hardcore bands playing. And these guys come out and they play like a blistering crossover, and you know everyone was just going absolutely fucking insane when they played. Just complete bonkers. Circle Pit stage dive sing-alongs. White high tops were cool. Doc Martens were cool. Suspenders were cool. Ripped jeans were cool. It was just about fucking churning it up and having a fucking good time. I sound like a dad. I am a dad. Anyways, that's Foreseen. I wonder if I bought that CD. I might have. This is Foreseen Untamed Force. The new one. Go buy it. It's readily available. Get it from Sorry State or order from Quality Control if you live in the UK, or if you want to pay more money for shipping, or if you just like, you know, are a completist, which I am not. Next we have Conjureth, Majestic Dissolve. So the story behind this thing was, this was in the printing press forever. Literally, I think it was like over a year or almost a year. So I just got the black vinyl. So this thing took forever to come out. I believe I have it on CD and tape too. So one of the guys involved in this project, Wayne, I know he's from here, but he actually defected to the West Coast. We used to work in the same factory. I worked a different shift, but he worked with my buds, and we would go see, we'd hang out and shit, because it was a factory job, and while it was, you know, it was just everyone fucking hated their life, but it was like kind of secret, not secret, but like everyone was just fucking miserable, and they like just rubbed their misery all over each other. And there's some subculture kids that worked there. Came with a couple stickers. There's some subculture kids that worked there, and he was in a band called Skullington, I believe they were called, and they were just like a death metal band that would play at a restaurant, a bar restaurant that was, you know, a couple towns over from us that we'd go see. But yeah, he's involved in this project, and I think the best way to describe it is, I'm not fully, as educated or knowledgeable about this kind of stuff as I am about punk and hardcore, but I've heard it's been called just like bare bones black metal. Is that the best way to describe it? Or death metal? I'm sorry. Bare bones death metal. Just fucking riffs, got like deep vocals. Shit fucking rules. He has a new one coming out too that I pre-ordered. He didn't do vinyl yet because this thing took so long to come out. Not his fault. Just the fucking plants, man. But this came out on Rotted Life, and it's Conjureth, Majestic Dissolve. I think this made some lists too, or it might have. It might not have because I think it took so long to come out. But this shit fucking rips. This is great. Cover art is fucking cool as shit too. What's up, Wayne? He'll never see this, or if he does, what's up? What's up, Wayne? Next, we're going to go back to the more punk stuff. We're going to close it out with some punk stuff. We have Mess. Fuego. I hope I said that right. I took Spanish I had to take it during the summer, so I technically took it 5 years of my 4-year high school career, and I still sucked at it. I'm just stupid. Anyways, Mess are a Oi band from Mexico. This is label is Mendico Discac. Mendico Discac. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. There you go. They're out of Spain. I got this off of Discogs because similar to what I was talking about the other records before, the shipping was just insane. This is more of an EP. It's only 6 songs. This shit is like foot stomping, blitz, grab a beer and pump your fist fucking oi, punk oi. Very, very sing-alongy, very, very great. Even if you're not too sure about oi or you know, you might not just think you'd like, you know, you want to listen to some different bands that are new. This Mess would be one of the first bands I'll tell you about to check out. Comes with this cool insert. This is all the rage, man. No more paper inserts, my dude. Got the lyrics on the back. There's some songs in Spanish and some in English. I think this is just the black vinyl. Yep, black vinyl. Got the Nux there. You got the record label logo on the other side. This shit fucking rips, though. Eric Bauer, and I think he told me about this band, or I think I found him, or he mentioned them. He heard them first, and I think I heard them, and we just started talking about them in a chat. So what's up, Eric? I don't know if you've grabbed this yet, because you know I know import is goofy. But yeah, I found there was a Discogs seller that had it for relatively cheap. I mean, it's probably like $20, maybe a little bit more with shipping. But if I got this from the label, which they had a bunch readily available, this thing would have been like $50 or $55 to ship here. I don't know if they got a bunch of them or if there's someone in the band. I'm not sure how they were able to sell them for so cheap. And again, more of the stuff I stick in here. Show flyer. A little sticker for a distro. It looks like Distro Radio Concerts. Ad for the label. This was a tape comp they put out that I got. This is stuff coming soon or already out. I think, let's see, let's play the game. Have, want, never heard. So, I'm going to check that shit out. Another one of these. And a label sticker with the guillotine on it. That shit's cool. But yeah, this is great. Oi. Pump your fist, sing along stuff. That's just fucking rules. I mean, it's just so good. It's so fucking good. But that's Mess, Fuego. Yeah, artwork too. That's fucking cool. Man, 2022 made up for 2021. 2021 had some really bad artwork, man. Real lazy shit. Really bummed me out. Next we have the Annihilated. Submission to Annihilation. These guys are from London. This came out in 2022. I also bought this from No Norms distro. This is on Annihilated Records, which I want to say is self-released. I didn't bother to do the research, but I'm going to assume that the Annihilated are on Annihilated Records. That's self-release. I could be wrong. Center labels. Black vinyl. This shit is cool, though. Like, when I was just mentioning layouts, got all the lyrics here, all handwritten. That folds out into this shit, awesome shit right here. Look at that. This is the front and the back. So this is like some crazy, I want to say 80s punk, but 80s UK, US hardcore punk, distorted, just fucking black. That right there is what this sounds like. That's all I'm going to say. That's the best way to describe it. This shit fucking rules. This record rules. When I saw this in a distro, and that distro, I snapped it up as quick as I could because I was going to order it, but I didn't want to order it. I like buying from physical distros. Like, so sometimes if I know I'm going to be at a show and there might be a distro or something there, or if I have a chance to go to the record store before I go online, I'll do that just so I want to do the face-to-face thing. I'd rather give someone running a distro cash or a store cash before I go to Discogs and buy from a seller, or direct from the band. But yeah, that's the Annihilated. Submission to Annihilation. Fucking ripping punk hardcore. Just insanity. That's me when I wake up in the morning before I go to work. That's me today shoveling snow. But anyways, the Annihilated. Next, we're going to go in a way back machine, all the way back to 2002. 21 fucking years ago. So this is the A-Team record release for their LP, A is for Asshole. I was at this show. I was broke as fuck, and I wasn't able to get one of these, and I was kind of bummed. It was on, this came out on Stab and Kill Records, which was around for a little bit in the early 2000s. Got the Stab and Kill logo right there. Got the A is for Asshole. The cool thing about this at the time was this is on camouflage vinyl. That was the whole thing. It's on camouflage vinyl. And I posted about this on my Instagram page if any of you guys follow me over there. So the record release was on 4/6/02. It was the A-Team, Close Call, Suicide File, Stop and Think, The Prowl, and Mental. This is number 24 out of 100. This is a photocopy sleeve. But if you guys ever got into the A-Team, they were a band that was around in the late 90s into the early 2Ks here. Worcester, Massachusetts. Just hardcore. Slapshot, Negative Effects, Negative Reproach, Last Rites, just blistering, just gruff vocal, like definitely a slapshotty vocal. Just this band was big here. I saw them so many times. So many times. Their last show was notorious too. I don't know if I've ever told that story. It was a blizzard. A bunch of bands didn't show up anyways. That's for another time. So I grabbed this online. This show also was at a basement of a college, and they had a giant ice cream sundae. So if you guys like a giant ice cream, and people were just eating it. It was weird. I believe there might have been some ceiling tiles ended up getting broken. I'm not sure, but yeah, this fucking rules. Like that. So I bought this on I might have bought this 2 years ago, to be honest with you, and I listened to it and put it in a box, and I just pulled it out the other day. I bought this off of Discogs. That's why I think I bought it a while ago, because it was during COVID, when the world was shut down, and I actually was working a lot. I didn't have any break in work. I was actually working overtime for the town I work for. So, and then everything was shut down, so I was just buying shit like crazy, like a real moron. And I think I bought this. I don't think I paid a whole bunch of money for it, but I don't think it was cheap. I don't remember. But it actually ended up coming from the singer of Striking Distance. We threw in a little note here about the apologizing for the delay on the back of a really awesome show in Virginia. When was this? I'm sorry, I'm going all this. So this is where it says FU's Shark Attack, Holographic, Nosebleed, End It, who are a popular band now. Hardcore all ages, $10, $15 after the first band. Maybe the show didn't happen or did happen. I don't know. But that's a cool thing. It has a little note on the back saying, "Hey man, I'm sorry it took me so long to ship. I knew it was coming. I'm not a millennial." Oh, do sound like a dad. No, I mean, I know things sometimes take time. But one of the things that was cool about this was he threw in a bunch of these stickers from a reunion show that Striking Distance played with Count Me Out in 2018. So it's that, Make America Great Already. And if you look, there's a heart that says SD plus CMO 4518, which is the date of the reunion show. So that was cool. That's a cool little treat. Anyways, this is the A-Team. A is for asshole. D, I don't know what this means, or I'm not even going to try to say it. I believe it's a reference to someone. But, yeah, this record fucking rules. This band ruled. But that's it. That's all I have for now. It's good to be back. 32 minutes. That's not bad. Drinking a seltzer. I'm going to link some distros below. Pat, Ground Zero Salem, is doing a distro. He's selling his personal stuff now. I'll put a link for that down below. Watch Heavy Metallurgy with Alan and Marty. Watch Matt from The Dark Path. Watch Simon, Explosive Action from Australia. He's fucking great. Watch Eric Bauer. Watch Aaron the Metal Theologian. And just buy records and listen to hardcore and be cool and stuff. I'll make a new video soon. I have more than enough stuff to talk about. If there's anything, you guys, if you've made it all the way to the end, here's your treat. If you want me to talk about something in particular, tapes, CDs, or certain releases, like stuff I bought a record at Target for $6. And they have a clearance section, I guess, I found the other day. Books, I've just been hoarding stuff since my last video. Movies, tapes, I don't know, who cares? Bye, I'll see you soon, maybe. Hopefully not another 5 months, but I don't know. Look out my window.